Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts with my first video for this year, which is a bit of a cheeky haul. I call it a haul, but it's not really a shopping haul. I just want to show you all the packaging I saved from my Christmas presents, and I will give you ideas in my upcoming videos on how to use all these packaging things that I saved. Apologies for my croaky voice. I've got a bit of a cold, but nothing too bad. And this is the reason why I haven't really made any videos yet for this year. So I just delve in. I've got a basket next to my desk here where I just saved all these things. And I'm not advertising any products, but I didn't go through the hassle of covering the brand products. I'm not fussed about this. So I'm not advertising these. This first idea is a very simple one. I kept the packaging of all these that I've already eaten because I think these sort of trays are very useful for mixing paints, or if you mix mica powders with your with water, you can easily use these as a paint palette, and if they're then messed up, you can just chuck them away. And I'd like to leave them in the paper tray to give it more stability. So they're very useful to keep if you've got anything like this from chocolates. Only keep these if you really need them. I'm not enticing you to keep anything that you don't use. And then I've got various packaging things that I think are very good to use for Christmas cards or as embellishments. My other half got these biscuits. By the way, they were lovely. But I thought this design, especially as it is sort of gold embossed, and even the little reindeer and Santa here are very useful. And maybe even with this, because it's got a hole in here. And yeah, maybe that would make a nice window card. It's easy to just cut these apart. You've also got a sentiment on the side. I mean, this just screams to be used. So I will do that. As I said, I will upload ideas on how to use these. Then this one I haven't even emptied completely yet. It's a tea advent calendar which I bought in Germany, and it came folded up like this. So you've got these designs, and I think these would be very good. Even if I just cut out little pictures out of these, they will be good to use on cards again, or maybe on Christmas crackers or on other boxes. I will, by the way, also do at least one other video, if not a whole load of videos, on how to recycle your Christmas cards. So that's upcoming as well for this year. I don't know how soon, whether I do the Christmas in July thing or whether I do that a bit earlier. Then this box is from some cheese. First of all, the acetate. Any packaging that you have where the acetate is not scratched, yeah, and it's fairly thick, you can reuse that. If you got some marks on it, you can just use some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on it very carefully, and that usually gets rid of any sort of blemishes. And again, I like the fact that some of this is like embossed with silver. When you take these apart, and I just tore this open, you get these creases, but depending on how you use them, if you put them through an embossing folder, and although these are already a bit embossed, and you miss them a bit, you can get away with any sort of creases that have appeared whilst you're taking these apart. Also, if you use your heat tool on the parts that are glued, sometimes it's easier to take them apart, but I show that to you when I make something with these. I just thought I'd post this video early just in case you do still have some Christmas packaging that's worth keeping before you throw it all away. So then this is a little bit of packaging that came with a lip balm. It's very, the bits that I can actually use are very tiny, because obviously you've got the folds in there, so I'm not quite sure yet how to use that, but it was a bit too pretty to throw away, so I'll see how I can salvage that. I'm just digging into these. This one came with some socks. It's not much of cardstock, but I might use these bits. But again, I'm not one of those hoarders. If I don't use it now for the upcoming video, that's going to go in the bin in the recycling. So, and then this one came with some cat treats. And I like the fact that it was like a cracker box, or at least a cracker bit on the top. And I like the fact that this was sort of wavy. And I thought I could use these bits for some for some wintry scenes. Sorry, I just need to cough, so I'll just switch this off for a second. So I'm back, and I hope my voice is not going completely now after that massive cough. Yeah, something else that I really, really like for Christmas is the snowman, and I got 2 tea towels that are really, really lovely from one of my best friends. So I will definitely reuse these on Christmas cards. So anything that you've got that has got motifs that you like, just keep the packaging. Then I kept this one that had some chocolate and nougat in it, and I was really intrigued. I've made Christmas crackers on a design by Sam Calcott for Christmas, but I was really intrigued by this because these just fold. The other ones you have to put together with twine, but these actually fold to close up. So I just kept this box because I was really curious on how you do that. So I will keep this as a whole, as a reference piece to figure out how it works. And once I've figured it out, again, you've got the gold embossing, so that would be really nice to use on a card. Sorry, I'm piling it all up on my desk. Oh, little bits I've kept. This came in a parcel, and it's these squashy foam things, and I think they'll be good for jelly plate printing or even like stamping. So I'll be doing something with these. I've got quite a few where you could even roll your ink over the jelly plate or on a piece of cardstock. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll figure it out for you what I can do with these. Oh, and something sneaked in here, which is a little bell from a branded snowman, which you've probably seen in the shops, of the expensive ones, and that will be nice for an embellishment for next year. Oh, sorry, this year, end of this year for Christmas. Then some other packaging that you probably have got loads of. Bubble wrap. It's always very useful, again, for jelly plate printing or making a background. I'll show you a few techniques. And yep, kept this little box. If you got any sort of sturdy boxes that are useful to corral your embellishments or even sequins, so I kept this one. I have got quite a few boxes, and if I find whilst I'll be tidying my craft room in the next few weeks that I'm not using this, again, this one will go in the recycling. I'm not storing too many empty boxes. That's my little tip for you. Another thing I always keep, if I've got envelopes that came with Christmas cards that are good size, have got hardly anything written on this. By the way, this Schatz, this is for my fiance, and Schatz is the German for treasure, which is your term of endearment for your loved ones. So, but this is very good because it's got a big piece of red there that I can use as a mat, so, or even for die cutting sentiments and stuff like that. So I always like to keep these. Same, I kept loads of these gift tags. They're sort of shiny, they almost look like glitter, but they're not. I kept quite a few of these. I'm going to interrupt again to have another cough. So I've got quite a few gift tags that are really useful. That might go into my Christmas card video where I show how to recycle Christmas cards. But I've got loads of these, and they'll be great for cutting sentiments out of them. I've got some traditional ones here as well. And yeah, just this little one. So I'll probably show that in those videos how to use them. Then I've got something which is not Christmassy. Try to cover the brand here, but this came with some toilet paper. You might have seen that advertised, and it's got loads of different coloured patterns. So I'll be doing a video on how to reuse these because they're big pieces of paper. Part of it is creased on the back. I'm not too fussed about that, but the little pieces, they will definitely work. And the same with some gift wrap. Again, you know, the bits that have got glue on them, I'm not fussed about them, but it's still good enough to cut a decent panel out of these. And even if it's got a bit of, you know, damage to it, they might work. And especially I like the ones that are a bit shiny. I don't buy any gift wrap at all. I buy gift bags if I have to, or I just recycle the ones from the year before because I don't give a lot of gifts. We opted out a bit of gift giving, so but this one's really nice, so I'm sure I will recycle some of this, and whatever I don't recycle again goes into the recycling bin. And then this is the last bit. It's some piece of netting that came with some little chocolates. And again, I thought either for jelly plate printing, or even as an embellishment behind foliage. You know, like you sometimes put twine behind something. I thought this might actually quite work because it's a very fine net. It's not as coarse as you sometimes get with fruit. So yeah, so that is my haul at the moment for Christmassy packaging. And as I said, I want to use every single bit of what I've just shown you, and I'll probably make various videos with them. Some of them I will show you how I create the cards. Some of them I might create off screen and then just talk you through of how I've created these, just to keep the videos a bit shorter. So I don't know how often I will upload these. I will definitely not promise a video a day so soon, because that did get me a bit knackered. But then again, in January I will have more time now to create my contents, rather than in December when we were really busy in the pub. So yeah, I hope you look forward to my videos as much as I do. I really love creating my videos. So I'll see you for the next video soon. Thank you very much for watching.